Hey everyone, welcome back to more Gibbous. I'm DisturbingPuppet, so we're continuing the story from where we left off. We now have the whiskey from the old man. No, don't go over there. Trying to look at my inventory. So we have the bottle of whiskey from the old man. We have the suspicious cookie baked with some illicit substance. So I think now we can finally give him the cookie. He can down the whiskey. That'll knock him out. Give us a chance to go upstairs, see if we can find Bob Olmstein. So let's see if I can just give it to him.
Better talk to him first.
All right. Hopefully the dialogue is now available.
Mr. Finman, got you a little something to wash down the cookie with.
Let me smell that. Oh, you did good, stranger. You was mighty kind. Mighty kind, I tell you.
You need the cookie.
That hit the spot.
And here's your cookie.
Oh, he's reverse.
You
Okay.
ain't tampered with this here fine piece of pastry now, has you?
Oh, God forbid, no.
Down the hatch. Good. Thanks, stranger. What? What you standing there all expectantly like that for?
Oh, nothing.
What? You expect me to keel over or something? Boy, I got a stomach lined with steel myself.
Okay.
What the heck?
I don't know what you put in that cookie, but it wasn't working.
I have no idea either. My roommate. Wait a minute. Care to explain what's going on here?
Not until you explain what your business with Mr. Ormstein is.
I'm here about the fish. What?
I'm returning his cat. It got lost around the docks. I found it, so here I am.
That is a very special cat indeed, but it's not Mr. Ormstein's. You are trying to deceive me. Well, there are two possible situations. Either your heart is full of darkness and deceit, in which case I suggest you turn around and run, or your intentions are pure and your heart innocent, in which case we can talk.
I actually think this guy's voice would have been much better as the cat than. I still think it's kind of funny. The cat's eyes follow the cursor, but I would have liked this voice coming out of the cat.
My heart is not full of darkness. Boy, it sounds weird saying that out loud. I've been sent here by the voodoo gentleman. I understand Mr. Olmstein might play an important role in this occult situation I stumble into.
Role? No, he plays no role. But what is yours? What part was assigned to you?
Part? I'm just a librarian, sir, and this detective guy came looking for the Necronomicon.
Kid-type.
Exactly. And then they kidnapped him.
Kidnapped? Who kidnapped him?
Search me. Anyway, I've been walking around with this Necronomicon thing on me.
You have it? The real one?
It's gotta be real. Made my cat start talking.
Sup?
Hello. Yes, that explains that.
Well, that's us. What's Olmstein to you?
You speak his name so lightly, let's just say I watch him from a distance. Try and look out for danger, pointless as though that might be.
Pointless, why?
I just might be a fly buzzing around a lion. Never mind. I don't normally get close to him, but if you do have the real Necronomicon...
Here it is.
An exception will be made. We'll walk up to his room, and we'll see from there.
Okay. I wasn't expecting something quite so dramatic.
What else was I expecting? He's gone. Again. It might mean they're coming. We must stay vigilant.
They? Who's they?
Oh, too many possibilities in that regard.
Oh my god, all this for nothing. It just keeps getting worse. You might as well at least tell me your name. Mine is Buzz Kerwin, and this is Kitty.
You may call me Barnabas. I am a protector of the other, a seeker of truth, and a hunter of evils.
Must look nice on your business card. Okay, first of all, how do you know Dawn?
I was the one who hired him to find the Holy Tome. It should never fall into the hands of madmen.
Why hire Don? Is he an occult detective?
No, but he is a damn good seeker. Well, maybe was.
Oh man, don't say that. I'm sure he'll find a way to pull through. Madmen? What madmen?
The Parish of the Starry Knowledge, the Esoteric Order of Dagon, or the Butcher.
Starry Parish?
Foul worshippers of a thing called the Haunter, and the shining trapezohedron it dwells in.
Geometry. I've heard of the Esoteric Order. What's up with them?
Have you now? So you also know of what they're raising here in Fishmouth.
The Half-Goofa?
The Half-Goofa. Those idiots. Those complete and utter morons. They have no idea what that can bring about.
Well, neither do I, but are you gonna do something about the Half-Goofa?
They've cut off access to Kraken Bay completely. But I'll think of something. I must.
The Butcher? Tell me about the Butcher.
This is not the place nor the time for that. But what I will say is this. He must not have the Necronomicon. You must keep it away from him, at all cost.
Sounds like someone I'd stay away from regardless.
Do not underestimate his reach, and watch your step here in Fishmouth. Him and the Esoteric Order are likely in cahoots, and they're everywhere.
Okay, so what does he want with the Necronomicon?
To bring this world to its knees.
Okay, that makes sense, sure. Anyway... About Olmstein. If you're protecting Olmstein, how come you didn't knock Finman out earlier? That guy was definitely up to some gruesome stuff. Maybe Olmstein would have still been around.
I was about to take him out. I had reserved all the remaining rooms just to make sure no one would intervene. Then you came along, and I had to be cautious. Maybe I still should be. You do walk around with spiked pastry on your person.
Not spiked enough. But I'm kinda glad to be rid of it. Anyway... What did you mean by the other? Olmstein? What makes him other? Who is he anyway?
Though you carry the book, you must understand my reluctance toward telling you these things. Still, see here, though he walks among us, he is not like us.
Oh, geez, with the cryptic talk again. Can you describe Olmstein for me?
Ha! That would be futile. He might appear different to you than he does to me. Or you might see him clearly, and not be able to remember it an hour later. His nature is hard to grasp for all of us.
But the voodoo gentleman described him as just, you know, some friend of his. Was he trying to deceive me, or...?
There's no time to go into this, but that should not surprise you. Olmstein appears in different ways to different people. It is his nature.
Wonderful. Changing subject.
So what is he, Nyarlathotep or something?
So, he does this a lot? Disappear at the worst possible moment?
It is in his ever-changing nature, yes. But there is always, always a little breadcrumb left behind.
Might as well look for it, right?
Yes, I will trust you to do that. I'll keep an eye on the stairs in the meantime. Get to it.
It's what I do.
Like the obvious note on the bed. I'm gonna actually save it just in case. I do like the save menus in this. I like the eyeball tentacle stuff. Piece of paper.
A conspicuous piece of paper lying on Olmstein's bed.
Okay, it's not a note. Pulley? System? Something? Okay.
That big window overlooks the smelly intersection outside. Looks like the only way out, so I guess Olmstein jumped. But we didn't see or hear anything. A particularly unattractive representative of the Fishmouth population. Just a mug and a pitcher of coffee. Nothing to shine any kind of light on this Olmstein character. I need nothing from there.
Coffee. Okay.
Completely empty. Either Olmstein travels light or he's just wearing everything right now. Now I'm traveling light myself. Hey, look at that. It's a pretty neat painting of the harbor. Accurate, too. Definitely not souvenir material.
Well, feathers. What?
Crow's feathers strewn all over the place. Is this guy some kind of bird enthusiast?
The word you're looking for is ornithophile.
I thought you couldn't read.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They're interesting, but not pick up and carry around interesting.
All right. All right, let's check.
That's Barnabas, if he's to be believed. I found this drawing. Can you make any sense of it?
Olmstein's sign. Why would he leave it here again?
What is it? What does it mean?
I've seen it before, yes. I know not what it means, but it must have been left here for you.
Me? But how could he know I was coming? And why me again? Why me?
It is the role you play in this, and questioning it is a waste of time.
Role? What role? Finding the book was an accident. It was just bad luck.
That is how the tome works. The roles are defined, but the book is pure chaos.
Help me understand more about Olmstein. I need to find him. I need to change my cat back.
That is your stake in all of this?
Hey, that has a name, buddy. Sort of.
How did you come to know of Bob Olmstein?
That is a story for another time.
I don't have time to explain.
Why is his name Bob Olmstein? I mean, you call him Mother and all that, but his name is so common.
There must be a reason for that, but does it really matter? Not to me.
What's Olmstein's game? Is it good? Is he evil?
These are questions that I cannot outright answer with a yes or no. All I have is my belief and some suppositions, and the former is much more powerful than the latter. If they do exist, maybe the answers are not meant for the likes of us. What we must do is play our roles.
What belief?
I believe I must try and stay by his side, and right now I am failing at that.
What was Olmstein up to here in Fishmouth?
Perhaps checking on some seeds he had planted.
Oh man, I just know you're speaking figuratively and it's just that cryptic stuff again that drives me mad. No offense, but why can't you just talk like normal people?
I'm not normal people.
Of course you're not. But is there anything helpful you can tell me about Olmstein?
I can tell you some things, I guess. He might seem ever-changing, yes, but balance and rules, these too are in his nature. Self-imposed balance and rules.
I'm sure you can be more specific than that. What rules?
Do you ever watch the moon buzz koan?
Yeah, occasionally.
There is something about it, its phases. They seem to correlate to important events and to how he affects this world. But in which way exactly? You'll need to find out on your own.
The Necronomicon. You seem to know more about it than I do. What is it?
Many things. We might call it holy, and we might be mistaken. Holy as in not of this world.
Debatable, but do go on.
It changes things.
Sherlock Holmes over here.
It chooses roles. It alters the very nature of things. But it does it when it wants, or when the stars are right. And if it makes its way into the wrong hands, it ends existence itself.
Well, that's encouraging. But mine are not the wrong hands, right? Right?
They're not the most competent. That much is clear.
No, they are not. I think.
Why does it keep changing?
The Necronomicon is chaos in written, volatile form.
What do its pages hold? What language is it written in, and what does it all mean?
I've never read it, nor do I want to. All I have to go on are rumors and whispers, but both hold more and more power in this world. As for the meaning of the words, some of them are most probably incantations, or instructions of some kind.
Instructions?
Yes, and stories.
Stories? What stories?
It does not matter now. You must focus on your next move.
Would it be safer in your hands? You do seem to know a lot more about it.
No! No. Maybe I fear it more than you do, but that is not why I refuse it. It is not for me to bear it.
Yeah, I guess I needed to turn Kitty back.
Yes, you need to do that.
It's it's Frodo, basically, the ring bearer.
You said the book is pure chaos, but Olmstein is about rules and balance? How does that work?
You make a good point. For a while now, I've been suspecting there must exist a counterpoint to the chaotic tome. If there is such a thing, it should be sought out before it's too late.
Great, but I have no leads, no nothing. Can you help out in any way?
I am considering it. Let me think about it.
What was that?
I think they're coming. The stairs. Damn it! Quick, out the window.
Are you serious? It's really up high.
Have faith. You can make it. I'll hold them back.
But I don't know what to do or where to go or...
There's no time. Go! Go! Find peace. Find peace.
Hey there, Buzz. Fancy running into you.
Mr. Katype!
Please, call me Don. Welcoming town, Fishman, ain't it?
Yeah, lovely. Boy, am I glad to see you. You okay, Don?
Well, I have no shoes and I don't know how I'm running, but aside from that, I'm all right. You headed my way. Got a thing or two to catch up on.
Let's talk about it in Darkham. Taxi!
Oh, we're just bailing on the town, okay. I thought we might be heading out to Kraken Bay or something.
All right, we should be safe in here. I hope. Better keep the lights down.
You don't happen to have any cat food lying around, do you?
I keep forgetting it can speak.
It? Rude.
Look, I let you two rest all the drive here from Fishmouth, but now it's time for us to buck up, get our coconuts situated, and work out where we're at.
Right. So, what happened to you?
I cracked lid in the underbunk of some lunatic cult. These guys were also after the Necronomicon, but apparently you gave them the slip. Not the sharpest crayons in the box.
The Starry Knowledge Cult.
Yeah, how'd you know? Anyway, they kneel and keel to some kind of rock what came from the stars. Supposed to croak ya or give you some kind of vision beyond time if you lay your mitts on it.
So, did you?
Now I glow in the dark. The Haunter's Mark, they call it. Ain't something I'd believe if I read it in the pulps, but now it's on me, I can't deny it. Things have definitely gone 15 shades of bizarro. And there's a talking cat.
Again, I'm right here. Rude.
Whoa. Did you try using your power?
I didn't get the chance. I snuck out and crept around those smelly streets until I saw you legging it. That's about it. What you got?
Well, I read from the book and now Kitty talks. Well, there's that. Then I visited a voodoo dude who told me to look for this Bob Olmstein guy in Fishmouth. Long story short, Olmstein had already left, but I did meet your employer. Fella by the name of Barnabas. Pretty big guy, white dreadlocks and beard, maybe in his 50s.
Huh. I'll have to look him up in my files.
Yeah, well, Barnabas is convinced Olmstein is of almost, divine nature. And there's also another cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and they're about to have their creepy festival in Fishmouth soon. Oh, and there's a guy called the Butcher. Oh, just saying it all out loud makes my head spin.
I know about those esoteric weirdos. Not the first time they completely shut off Fishmouth to do God knows what. Butcher. Those starry kooks mentioned him.
All Barnabas told me was to keep the Necronomicon away from the Butcher at all cost. And you know what's weird? Barnabas hired you to find the book, but he wouldn't take it when I offered it.
Strange. Well, he did pay up front, so, he's alright as far as I'm concerned. So, what do we do now?
You, wanna help?
Kid, strange and mysterious are why I work this beat. Now that I've lost my shoes and my hand is all magic-like, this old bloodhound ain't going back to the kennel until he's got some answers.
Boy, am I glad to hear that. Alright, well, there's two things. One, apparently there must be some item that counterbalances the Necronomicon's chaos, so we should probably look for that. And two, Barnabas told me to find peace. I kinda wanna research that online. You do have internet, right?
Yeah, there should be some in that laptop thing.
Oh, brother.
You look into that. I want to see what this Haunter's Mark is all about.
Okay, so I guess we're back in control of Don Ktype. Ran into Buzz running down the street as soon as I tore that Starry Knowledge temple wall down. Turns out we were in Fishmouth. That explains the stench. Made it to the office in one piece. Well, 3 pieces. Myself, Buzz, and his talking cat. Yeah, the cat talks. And it's not the only supernatural development since the hand. I grabbed the shining trapezohedron with glows all as magic-like. Turns out I might be able to read the past. Wonder what else this case has in store for me. Okay. Well.
The #1 cause of horizontally intermittent tan. Occupational hazard. Nah, I'd rather not open them more. It's best we don't alert anyone to our presence.
True. So we now have a weird other thing here. I'm not sure what that
Hey,
is.
Joey, check it out. Venetian blinds. Guy thinks he's Sam Spade or something. Let's just get that desk up here, Vince.
Whoa, you sounded eerie. And you were talking in a couple of different voices.
Never been much of a thespian, so I guess the Haunter's Mark does work.
I think you were channeling the movers. How long ago was that?
I don't know. Years. I had a feeling I shouldn't tip the short, annoying one.
Well, you can now legit read the past.
Future would have probably been more helpful, but I'm not complaining. Alright, give me a minute to look up this Barnabas fella.
Okay. Over there. Anything else interesting? I'm assuming we'll check the file cabinets. We've got the door. What did I see? Plant. There's a plant there? It's like totally black on my screen.
That's Cornelia. I should give her a sprinkle. She's fine where she's at.
Okay.
A big, bad, weird world awaits out there. That's my file cabinet. Call me old-fashioned. Go ahead. Let's see here.
So we're looking for Barnabas. I wonder if all of these actually have something interesting. I mean, he's right there, but I'm kind of curious. Does all of these have actual info on all of them? Barbu, the Mad Painter Harsan. Occupation, demented visual artist. Known crimes, allegedly summoning a beast from other dimensions via depicting them on campus. Canvas. Known relatives, extended family that has since shunned and disowned him. Barbu, the Mad Painter Harsan, is a Darkham-born artist that is notorious throughout occult circles for allegedly using his photorealistic painting skills to magically depict and thus summon horrid beasts from alternative dimensions, and then proceed to gather forbidden knowledge from them to the point of near madness. Harnessing an ancient knowledge of esoteric painting he came across by forbidden tomes he feverishly studied in the dark halls of the Miskatonic Library all through his teens, the Mad Painter is said to be hopelessly hooked on the eldritch knowledge that the beings he summons provide him. He's rumored not left the undisclosed location he's been painting in for years, adrift in a mirage of esoteric knowledge and crazy paint spatter. Several search parties have tried to locate him based on the otherworldly sounds that the summoned creatures are said to produce when invoked, but to no avail. Current status, supposedly secluded in an unknown location, summoning extra-dimensional beings through occult artistic techniques. Really, all of these are going to have stuff? Okay, not all of them. Maybe only the ones that have, like, something... so we've got Barnabas. Bani Kaz Ibrahim. Occupation, inventor, smuggler. Known crimes, smuggling of supernatural artifacts, illegal sale of tools, weaponry, possessed of controlled supernatural materials, illegal use and manufacture of supernatural artifacts. Absolutely horrible sense of fashion. I'm assuming these are like the programmers or something. Known affiliations, freelancer, known to show a preference for working with the Edimus Alliance. Known relatives, difficult to answer due to multiple incidents with parallel universe-altering artifacts. Bani Ibrahim Arkaz, as he tended to be called, was a not-so-successful small-time inventor within the U.S. who used to operate, somewhat lawfully, for several years. At an unknown time, during this, he started to acquire shipments of restricted supernatural artifacts, which he began to use in his craft. Records indicate he most likely started acquiring these artifacts when the Etimus Alliance approached him with requests to experiment with the potential use for espionage, sabotage, cheating at the Oscars, or just plain making really fancy boomsticks. This event had likely awakened some kind of fascination within Kaz with misusing the occult in the creation of his inventions. Several reports indicate that Kaz's experimentation with incorporating these artifacts and rituals into his inventions bordered on obsession. Actually, scratch that. It would be more accurate to say that he ran the border over with a steamroller. Kaz appeared to show very little concern for what manner of danger, both of speakable and unspeakable kind, he may cause in the pursuit of experimenting with his creations, showing reckless abandon for the safety of not only others but also himself. Most worrying, not to mention terrifying, however, was that he had even less concern about who used his abominations with an on switch, and had made a business out of selling them to anyone brave and or stupid enough to be willing to use them. The list of organizations and individuals who acquired these tools would be far too long to list here, and the resulting havoc most of them caused even longer, but he appears to have kept close ties with doing business with the Edimus Alliance in particular. Current status: whereabouts are currently unknown, mainly due to the fact that the entire area in a 1-mile radius from where he was last sighted appears to have vanished. It is speculated that years of poking at unmentionable phantasmal horrors with a screwdriver and a 9-volt battery have finally caught up with him. Current assumptions are that he's trapped somewhere in a dimension whose name is likely composed of several dozen syllables that cannot be pronounced by any sane human tongue. Cool. It's kind of neat. So we looked at that. We looked at Baru. So the only other one is probably David, the guilty man. Look, he's so guilty looking. Age 33. Occupation: professional disco dancer. Known crimes: petty theft, drunken disorderly conduct, public lewdness. Known affiliation: retro zappers, grammar Nazis, dance revolutionaries. Known relatives: yeah, whatever. A notorious haunter of all disco and roller skating places, man got his The Guilty moniker by constantly shining the sequins that adorn his outfit into the eyes of the police and the general unsuspecting public. One twist and twirl on his pink turquoise roller skates, and your presence and your wallet, reputation, and decency are all simultaneously gone. Attempts to capture him have all failed so far, since his modus operandi is to hypnotize law enforcement to such an extent that they usually conga line out of wherever it was that they were trying to trap the man. Shaking their derrieres, unable to resist the beats and the fever, especially if it's a Saturday night. A funky force to be reckoned with. Current status: probably pointing at the sky and shaking his hips. Alright, let's just go. I think that was it for the other goofy ones. Hey, it's Barnabas. Age unknown. Occupation unclear. Once overheard calling himself a hunter of evils. Known crimes unclear. Suspicious vigilantism. Known affiliates: Hostess Tenebris, other daughters, her relative, one daughter, peace. Little is known about the Hostess Tenebris and its supposed leader, Barnabas Busara, with very few suspected members and none but 2 semi-officially confirmed, Busara himself and his daughter Peace. It is widely suspected that they are in permanent conflict with several cults and have possibly sprung up as a response to said cult's activity. Busara, their supposed leader, or Busara, has not been directly tied to any kind of criminal activity, but somehow his name tends to be in some way or other linked to the most prominent occult-related events in the criminal underworld, if more in hindering or surveilling than a participatory fashion. Hostess Tenebris seems to take the secret part of secret society very seriously, so that, other than the supposed names of their 2 foremost members, nothing is really known about them. Alright. That is all I needed.
Hey, Bazinski, I think I got something on that fine peace thing. I don't believe Barnabas was trying to guide you to a life of mindfulness and meditation. He's got a daughter called Peace. Peace Busara.
Oh, of course, that makes sense.
Can you look her up?
On it. I think I got it. I found Peace Busara's blog.
What's a... Nah, never mind. What does it say?
Oh, well, the latest entry's pretty cryptic. It just says land beyond the forest and a bunch of numbers. Okay, these must be spatial coordinates. Tracking them down now.
You mean map coordinates?
Man, this is just like in the movies.
And I was right. She's in Forumaris, Transylvania, Romania.
Well, well. Hey, here's an idea. Feel like visiting your ancestral home, Kerwin?
Are you kidding me? More than anything. But I'm hopelessly broke and...
Don't worry about it. Barnabas paid well, and I want to see this thing through.
Awesome.
I was expecting 2 words. Expense account.
Found anything worth examining on your trip to Fishmouth?
Actually, yes. Barnabas called it Olmstein's sign. He apparently left it on purpose so that I could find it. Here it is. No idea what it means.
It's that mysterious sign Buzz found back in Fishmouth. Flamel's abode.
Flamel's abode. Did I hear that right?
I think so. Does it ring a bell?
There's one famous Flamel I know of, and he's, well, was an alchemist. Looking it up.
Pretty useful thingamabob, that laptop.
51 Rue de Montmorency, Paris, France. 14th century alchemist Nicolas Flamel's ancient home.
Alchemist, huh? Could tie into the whole balancing chaos thing. Alright, looks like that's my destination.
European road trip. So, when do we leave?
Soon. I still want to go through some files before.
Alright, let me know and I'll book the flights.
Pick this up.
I don't need to pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if if there's more kind of cool stuff in the file cabinet. So I think it's a good place to stop before we head off to a European road trip. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be the next step. So this has been more Gibbous. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, have a good one.